tuning in to another episode of the Bandwagon. We're here again, gonna give you guys some good information on sports and whatnot, especially about the fight. I hope a lot of you checked it out. It was pretty interesting, entertaining. Did you get to see it?
I didn't really see the whole fight, but it looked like it was a very interesting fight. I just seen the last part. That's all I needed to see of the
Seen
fight.
Highlights and whatnot.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you which fight we're talking about, the Mayweather versus Ortiz fight.
So how did the first rounds go? I mean, was it a pretty back and forth match?
It ended in the fourth round, I believe.
Fourth round,
I believe. And the first round Mayweather, second round Ortiz, third Mayweather. It was pretty good fight. Mayweather looked like he had control of the fight most of the time.
Until he was backed up in the corner and got headbutted, huh?
Yeah, he got headbutted. That was kind of crazy. That was kind of a cheap shot that it looked like from Ortiz. Ortiz had him in the corner, pounding him up a little bit. Then he just got excited or something and just threw the headbutt in there. I was like, what the heck is that? So they had to stop the fight. Referee stopped the fight, set him back up and whatnot. And while Ortiz was still saying apologies and whatnot, it looked like he wasn't even ready to defend himself or nothing, and Mayweather just popped him 2 times real quick. A lot of people say it looked like a cheap shot, but we just finished watching the little highlights. What you think?
I would have to be on the other side. I mean, you could easily call it a cheap shot, but at that particular point, the ref said match on, and he thought that, I mean, he was done apologizing and everything like that, so I mean, I've seen it both ways. I've seen it where a man went to dap and just got stuck and match over. So, I mean, it's fair. If it wasn't fair, he wouldn't have won, right?
That's true. It was definitely legal.
It was definitely legal.
Definitely legal, but a lot of people might say it was a cheap shot. I don't know.
It was definitely a cheap shot. I mean, I guess like you were saying, or whoever was saying, or Alan was saying, win at all costs, huh?
That's true, man. You got to keep that zero in the losing section of his what's it called, 42-0.
Yeah,
so you got to keep zero.
That's going to have asterisks to it. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was a good fight, but I mean, I was a Mayweather fan, but to see him win like that just disgusts me, man. It's like, what the heck? You gotta stoop. It's legal, but man, I want to see him knock out somebody when they're ready, you know.
What about the interview after the fight? What about that with the ring caller or what have? I'm not too sure of the name, but
I don't know his name either.
He just seemed very disgusted. I mean, at the fight and how it went down and how, you know, basically how Mayweather took advantage of the other opponent.
Right.
And took it personal, you know.
Looks like he did, man. He said if he was 50 years younger, he'd knock him out himself. It's like 50? How old are you, man?
He about 75 years old, man.
He was pretty old, 50. Yeah. Maybe we'll see what happens with the next fight that Mayweather has.
It's definitely going to be another rematch against Ortiz and Mayweather.
He said if he wants a rematch, he'll definitely accept it. So we'll see if that happens.
You're going to get more than headbutted. I don't know if Mayweather going to make it home with that dude that said if he was 50 years young, he might have an alley. They was about to fight outside the ring.
Hand him some gloves. Let's go.
How you really fight, youngin'?
I show you how to do it, man. Old school style.
And then he loses undefeated record to him.
Oh, man.
That's funny, man. Other than that, of course, the NFL. I'm not too happy. My Vikings is 0-2 right now. They just got some minor setbacks to something that's gonna be very beautiful, and then just gotta get the little Kings together. I don't know how I can say that with a straight face, but
they gotta step the defense up, man. You know.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you got the William Wall out right now. They out 2 games. Of course, Pat Williams is not signed as of right now, so you got a major hole in the middle right there. And then, of course, you got safeties, brand new safeties, and, of course, you got both cornerbacks coming off of injury. I think it's, of course, going to take some time for them to get back. And because you see, as like today, their defense was able to not let them score a point in the first half, and the offense was rolling 17-0. AP was running like like nobody could stop him. And then, of course, even Toby Gerhardt had a chance to run. And I just think with them able to run the ball, they was able to do some play actions to get the tight ends open and get the receivers open in the first half. And I don't know what the hell happened in the second half. Yeah. It seemed like it was like a tale of two different teams. came out exactly the opposite. They couldn't run, they couldn't pass, they couldn't do anything. Defense let Tampa Bay march up and down like they won a Super Bowl or something. I don't know.
Freeman was looking nice.
Freeman was looking like Joe Montana.
Garrett Blunt looking like Emmitt Smith in his prime out there.
I don't even want to talk about it no more.
But yeah, like I said, I mean the Vikings. I mean their defense definitely keeps them in the game, but every now and then they got to get some turnovers or something, get a fumble, interception or something. You know, it's a lot of pressure to do that, but they just got to find a way to get that done.
And as of right now, I can't say what they can do to change their season around. Of course, it's only 0-2 right now, but I mean you got to bring more pressure to the quarterback. You had a couple sacks today, but you need to continue to do that, and also you need to just find a receiver. I mean, Percy Harvin, he's running back / receiver, but you need to find a main threat receiver that's going to be able to be reliable and you be able to hit consistently. They was talking about the tight ends doing. I could see how Kyle Randolph and Schenkel could do that, and they had like 3-4 tight ends active this freaking game. So then they're going to move to 2-3 running back offense or a tight end offense and one receiver, but we really got to find something else out there.
Got to make some moves, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who's gonna win first, Minnesota or the Colts.
I don't know. It depends on who the Colts play next week.
They put like the Browns this week and got beat.
Oh
so
man!
The first game of the season, they didn't score a point in the game, so I don't know. I don't see what's changing. I mean, in your opinion, do you see? How can I better phrase this question? Do you see them winning without Peyton?
Without Peyton,
any games? I mean,
it's definitely gonna be tough. I mean, they're definitely gonna have to win some games. I mean, they're not gonna go with a winning list season, especially with the players they have. They got some definitely good players.
Like
they got Dallas Clark, Reggie Wayne. Their defense is pretty good. They got Freeney, always get his sacks. So, I mean, they're gonna definitely find a way to win. They just need to put it together. I mean, Kerry Collins. I mean, he's a veteran, but I don't know, man. I don't know what they're missing. I don't know. Other than Peyton.
They're missing some faith. They need to, I don't know. I'm going to go back to Minnesota. What was so funny about they was talking about how Minnesota needs to play like 5 tight ends and no quarterback and then no running back and just turn the ball out game.
That'd be a crazy wildcat.
Maybe the coach just need to pass all game or something. I don't know. That'd be pretty crazy, but I mean, on the flip side, you got the freaking Detroit Lions. 2-0.
Detroit Lions had a heck of a game, man. 48-3.
Oh wow, man.
That's sick, man. I gotta watch them play the Vikings, but I don't want to see that, man.
So yeah,
I think it's gonna be ugly.
Yeah, I'm not too sure when y'all see this, but we play Detroit next week. They're 2-0. We 0-2. Hopefully we don't be up 0-3. We just need to board it up.
They're just leaning towards Lions right now.
Yeah.
They're putting up points and keeping points off the board on the other end.
We'll see. You know how even though a team is better, a team always have the other team number. And I just, like when the day they're like, yeah, Tampa Bay won 5 straight games. I'm like, it's going to be another game. I mean, them games that you just, I don't know, just can't break through. So, I'd rather Giants win than the Chicago. So I'm sorry, Detroit win than the Chicago. So we will see.
True, but what about your buddy Cam
Newton,
Mr. Newton?
The one they said they couldn't pass at all, and he's not the first rookie, but he got 2 100 games, and it's only 4 out of rookies. In the rookie
2 400-yard passing games already.
And then he went against the Green Bay Packers, who's top rated. If not the top 3 defense in the league, and was able to score do 400 yards passing. That's
pretty
impressive.
Darn good, man.
Nice rookie.
I think he's gonna have a hell of a season. You know, if he can pass that pretty good against Charles Woodson and the rest of the crew, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna have a nice season. A lot of highlights I see coming.
So as of right now, I mean, I know it's only 2 games in. Who do you think could be the rookie of the year? And we're gonna take Cam Newton out of it.
We got it. AJ Green, Mark Ingram has a possibility. Who else we got out there?
I don't see anybody.
Andy Dalton.
And I don't see anybody really lining it up. I mean, other than him, but
other than Cam,
AJ Green, I could see some because I haven't really heard Falcons' other receiver,
Julio
Jones. He's played tonight. We'll see what happens with that, but
we'll see how it goes. See if we can get a touchdown.
I'm just happy as right now we got NFL.
It's good to have.
And we just need to win. I'm going through a little thing right now. We just need to win. Just need to stack it.
Right. So other than that, we got
NBA
and WNBA.
I mean, as of right now, of course, you got the lockout with the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Players, it's so crazy how many players is going overseas playing. Players getting. Wait, I gotta just stop what we was talking about. You heard of Ron Ortiz new name?
What is it?
Legally changed.
What is it?
World Peace.
Who?
World Peace.
That's his name now.
Yeah, see, legally got a name change because it's part of his culture. It basically mean peace to everybody, and it just symbolizes so much. So now you don't have Ron Ortiz of the Lakers. I'm sorry. You have Ron Artest of the Lakers. You have his name is now going to be on the back of his jersey, World Peace. So I guess he took a little Ocho Cinco and put that on the back of the jersey and changed the name to World Peace, man.
World Peace, really.
You know what's funny about that? You know, people we beat up. I go back to when the Pacers played Detroit. And you remember that big fight in the arena through chairs?
It was all
in the middle of that stuff just to see his name change from that to World Peace. I just had to bring that up. But back to the NBA, WNBA. I meant to bring this up at the beginning of the season. WNBA, the Lynx, they went 27-7.
And they're in the playoffs.
They're the number one seed in the playoffs. They got home court advantage due to playoffs. And they got the Coach of the Year, the MVP of the year, and they got the Rookie of the Year on the same team.
Coach of the Year, MVP of the year, and Rookie of the Year.
And then Rookie of the Year. I remember maybe the last time we got close to that, maybe it was when Minnesota had Kevin Garnett as a player MVP, and then they had Flip Saunders as a Coach of the Year. But then they have the Rookie of the Year. I could force it because they had Maya Moore coming in. She was a rookie. They had my favorite player is the point guard, and when she came in, she was pretty good. She played with the University of Minnesota. Do anybody know what I'm talking about?
What's her name?
I'll give y'all one guess.
I can't even guess, man. I don't even know.
I'm sorry. Lindsay Wellen, she's only about 5'7", 5'8". As I was saying to you earlier, she played like Ricky Rubio, not in terms of how good she is, but she could pass the ball, she could score the ball. The other game, she had like 20 points, 15 rebounds, and she's just a phenomenal, leader of the game. Then they had Candace Wiggins, they had Simone Augustus, and they just got a bunch of basketball players right now that just because they was injured and everything else last year was able to obtain these other good players that pretty much make them 27-7 right now.
So they're pretty good, huh?
Best team in the WNBA.
The best team in the WNBA.
Yeah, they had their first round playoffs. They beat them the other game. It was a pretty tight game. They only beat them Squirrels out of one by like 1 or 2 points. But it went down to nil. It's got me excited to watch. I want to go and visit a few more games and at least one more game or a game and see how they do in person. I think it's the most action you have in the city. Yeah, you got the Twins. They're not doing too well. You got the Vikings. You know what they say about that. Who else you got?
Man, got the hockey, but
Gophers won yesterday after Kill had a stroke passed out on the sidelines the week before. They came back and won. So
that's good.
Yeah,
won a game.
won
like
the game.
That.
Well, hopefully next time Minnesota will be looking for a win too. The Vikings. It's gonna be a long week, but just wanted to vent. Thank you guys for letting me let a little bit of things off my chest. Just a little bit.
Definitely appreciate everyone tuning in to the Bandwagon.
And definitely come again. Thanks for coming back to the Bandwagon.
Thanks, you guys. Have a good night.